Hi, it's Menza. I post a game every day until I reach 500 elo. I am currently rated 447. Okay, so we're gonna get into some Khan moves and see where it takes us. So I will try to bring out this Mountie here, and he's attacking my pawn, which is protected by my queen currently, so I can do that if I want, or I could just start working on the king side. Seeing as how it looks like I can get into different kind of everything here. I will protect it with a knight first. Bring both of our knights out, then I can think about my bishop coming out and this pawn moving so that I can bring that bishop out. Okay. So if I move up here, let's do this so that I can get my bishops developed. I will bring the young priest to here and possibly the old priest to here and figure out the queen where it should go, maybe here, so that my rooks when I castle will be connected. So like this brings me closer to castling. I obviously like to move my pieces all into a developed state before I start moving a piece a second time. So that pawn is attacking my knight, which means it has to be moved. And this would be the only square without returning back to base. And if I do that, I can consider bringing them up here. Okay, so we will do that. My queen is looking right there at him. The first thing I should be probably considering is taking over this file with my rook. And then finding out what else other pieces can do here. Knight needs to be taken off the rim. I really like having my rook on an open file. And it's not completely open because this here is where he's got the open file. Now, if I castle, there could be eventually some different pushing of this pawn possibly and blowing that open right to his king. So we'll look at what happens in the position before anything gets moved and developed to where I'm going to put them. Okay, so they want to just come in, bring a lot of pawns up. They push again, they can't support it with a pawn with my knight there. That is one of the rare times when a knight being on the edges actually seems good. So my queen could also come out. I need my king castle, so I'm going to do that first before anything else happens. And then this pawn here is right now undefended. So it was attacked. And that is not going to be very nice for the opponent, I don't think. I'd like this bishop to be able to be here, and right now, obviously, he can't. If I pin the knight, well, it's not a pin knight with the bishop is there, so don't even confuse yourself. Okay, so, and if I come over here with my knight, I'm attacking that, and that's not that great. It's protected, and we'll get this other rook over because this here is looking like I might be able to get something happening. If, okay, pawn got pushed. Obviously not going to be happening at this moment, and now my knight cannot go here. I mean. And obviously that square either, so he would have to go here. And that seems like now they're both on the rim, and I don't like putting them there. So they will be moved. So that pawn is protected by this bishop. If I take it, he takes me, and I lose my knight. So the other options here are this knight coming up here, attacking that bishop. And if he was removed, then I can take that pawn, no problem. So we could consider that as an idea. My queen needs to go somewhere, and it might be here where it's going to pin that knight from going anywhere. He takes my knight, which, okay, I end up, but now when I take, he has to take this king, I guess. Up for a minute. If I do that, his king is there, and then what about this knight? Consider putting my queen here first and kind of stopping that knight from going anywhere. He has to take back this king, and then my queen is kind of looking over through there. And is there a bishop that can do the same thing? I can put that bishop right there as well. that would be a little bit on the dangerous side. I just have to watch anything else getting over here because that's what ends up happening. And then these squares here are very dangerously bad here. So if I push the center pawn, it attacks his queen. I should possibly be thinking of doing that first and just kick that queen right out of there. And if he goes here, that's the only thing. Will he go there? Okay, at the moment, seeing as how there's nothing else on that, now I'm down a piece. I have to start trying to win a piece back. So let's go here. With the thought of taking that bishop in. Okay, so he's coming over to attack my knight. Which if I was attacking it, maybe it was it. Yes, so if I take that now, he obviously can't take back with his king. And he's looking at my knight, which I have the pawn on. So what am I, stupid? Yes, he can take it back with the king because is he done? He's put me in check. Okay. And this is where I have a problem. That was it. Okay, so yeah, I was doing king safety, but I didn't do it enough. So that was not a very good game. And thanks for watching. We'll try better next time. Bye.